Hello and welcome to another edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast. I'm introducing us this week. I'm Kim Atkinson. Hello, members. And with me today,
Margaret Stewart.
Hello, Margaret.
Hello, Kim.
Do you know where to find the round of applause? There it is.
I did it.
All right.
Oh, man. Michael would be proud.
He would be. We have him working the mountain. He's busy right now. We actually had him talking to some members this week. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So it's just Margaret and myself. Margaret is our manager of digital marketing.
Yeah.
I mixed that title up a little bit, but you're here cranking out news on the mountain, getting the Mountain Minute out, helping us with production as it relates to our video team, and so much more. So today we're going to talk about the website.
Yes. Lots of new changes, a little bit of a zhuzh, if you will.
Yes.
I love that word.
Yes.
Some great new photos and just keeping things a little bit tighter and nicer and easier to find.
Right. So we're talking about the member website, and Michael and Patrick and Soren on our team did a little kind of spot interviews, if you will, walking through the Sonoran this week and just looking for some feedback. So a couple of days ago, if you've been on our member website, we did enhance and kind of simplify the navigation, and the look and feel has kind of evolved over the last couple of months, actually. And this is all in response to member feedback. So everything really we do, we are looking for how can we be better for our members. And as we all know, a club of Desert Mountain size, 7 golf courses, 10 restaurants and grills, an event calendar that goes for days and days and days. I mean, there's a lot that's going on. So trying to help clarify and put things front and center so that our members understand and see information is really critical to our success and to member satisfaction. So really those are some of those basic reasons why.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So let's look at the website, right? The
Right.
homepage now is just kind of a very clean image, just a welcoming message, maybe a couple of little call outs to events in that little corner, and the navigation across the top. Let's talk about what some of those sections are and how they work, because we've had some questions already about that, even in the last couple of days that we put this together.
And we love hearing that. We like seeing that the members are responding,
Yes.
viewing, responding, and giving us that feedback so we can make it an easier navigational piece for our members.
Right. So a new section was added and some new placements were added. So the My Club, kind of the catch-all section that covers a lot of those key areas. The membership page was actually moved in there. We keep a lot of kind of concierge related things that are not on the operations side front and center, but more so the engines that run the club can be found underneath that My Club section. So nothing really new in that regard, but it's still there and has a lot of great resources.
Absolutely. And some of the items within My Club have now been moved out to be designated.
Yes.
So we have the boardroom.
Yep.
So some of those items people might consider not buried, but they were within the My Club section, which does have a lot, including our club construction updates, capacity enhancements, those things that have been vital information for our members. But the boardroom really pulls out some of those need to know materials and documents, like the updated minutes.
Right. So those minutes, all of those tools and resources that were on the board of directors page before are all accessible. You just click right on that header that says the boardroom, and that will open the homepage to the boardroom that has all of those materials. So we've had a couple of questions about that. We might even simplify that further as we go along. But it is something to know about the website, how it's always been set up, is that those main headers in the navigation are home pages. So if you click on those, you're going to get to some of the key areas of that page.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's with golf, that's with dining. Once you click on the actual word, that'll bring you to the homepage, as you said, and then you can click into those other mini pages, so to speak.
Yeah.
So the boardroom is that same way. You click on the word boardroom and it'll bring you to that that homepage. Same with golf.
Yep.
If you want to get to tournaments,
they're all there.
Yeah.
So golf is the same. Our dining page is the same. Looks a little bit cleaner and prettier if you, again, click on that dining homepage. That gorgeous octopus, I think, greets you.
Yeah.
And then all those links for the forms and the things that we like to use, the menus, all of those. So everything is still there. Just get yourself familiar, click around a little bit. We have kind of evolved the Sonoran to be more of a wellness, athletics and wellness section. And really the Sonoran is the club within the club.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's just so much happening there. And so we really looked at that as more of a global wellness, athletics and wellness section that does encompass our very robust outdoor adventures team and all the different activities that they're doing, as well as fitness, the schedules. There's still a ton there. I mean, that menu kind of goes on and on a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that just shows just how many things are available to our members at any given time within the Sonoran and in the outdoor adventures.
Right. So some of those booking engines, I think is one of the reasons why that drop down does go as far as it does, because you not only have the information, but then how to book the pickleball court. So always things to look at and refine further. We may see some simplifications there as we go along, but always check the website for enhancements there. Something else that we've done is our comment card. When you go to the restaurants today or visit a pro shop, you'll be greeted with a QR code that links us to our survey. And that is 99% of the way that our members give us feedback, which we really appreciate. We also have a link to it on our website. And we just brought that up to the main navigation that says a little how'd we do. So, so that one was a good feature to add as well, just to give a little bit better visibility in real estate on the website for getting member feedback, which is very important to how we function and operate.
Yeah. And if you were looking for the log out button where it kind of took over, how'd we do, took that spot, log out is under My Club.
Okay.
So if you're looking to log out.
Yes.
And that is for good security purposes. We love that. But how'd we do? Right in your line of sight now.
Right in your line of sight. What if you can't find things, Margaret?
What if you can't find them?
What do you do?
Well, now we have a site search tool.
What?
Yes, I would suggest it's up at the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
And it'll be in that upper navigational point, not our main nav, but where you find like book a tea time above in that top right corner.
Yeah.
And that's where site search is.
Yes.
So you can search our pages, you can search articles, events, and documents. I would suggest, as a personal user, searching by keyword. So if you're looking for the Cochise Restoration Project or plans, I would search Cochise. You can look up the word restoration, but I would use a keyword versus a phrase. You'll find more, and most likely you'll find it correctly, but you will have to click on each individual tab to figure out what you're looking for.
So similar to a Google search, if you plug in key terms into a Google search and you want image versus shopping versus news, those are kind of the categories on Google. For us, it's those that you just listed. So you want to play with this a little bit and click around and see what you find, and give us feedback. Again, please do email us if there's something that you're looking for and it doesn't come up, or you're questioning why certain things, do come up when we're trying to find something. This was a custom built tool that our website partner Club Essentials created for us. Hard to believe, but maybe not. There aren't too many clubs out there in the universe that are so big that they require a search tool. So they built it for us, and it's always something that will continue to evolve, but it saves time. And if you are looking to find a specific document and are curious about that, we've done some cleanup. So there, I think this summer we had some menus that we found from, 1989, kind of hiding out in the back end of the website. Yeah. So we've done some cleanup back there, and we can put back things that people are actually, really looking for if necessary. So very excited about the search tool. Give it a try.
Yeah. It's been very helpful for me, even searching the club calendar.
Yeah.
I'll know the name of a wine dinner, but I don't know exactly the date, I just type in the name of the winery and it pops up in the events section when I click on events. So that's an easy way to find something that you're looking for specifically within the calendar that you may not be able to search day to day.
That's right. Did you also notice too, there is a search tool within the calendar itself.
Yeah.
So that's another feature that's there. If you know of a name of something your friends are talking about, a coffee talk or whatever it is, you can do that search within the calendar itself too. So ways to find things out are existing within this website.
It's a great tool.
Yeah. So one of the other things that we heard from our members, questions that were asked were, gosh, I don't really use the website a lot, but I use the mobile app. So great. Thank you. We're so glad to hear that. These changes that you see on the member website did not necessarily affect your experience at all on the mobile app, which is a stripped down version. It's really meant to be transactional and help you book all of your tea times and your reservations with some buttons there for some key information, which is great. So speaking of simplifying things and stripping down by popular demand, and we think it's working out really well, top 10 things to know.
Top 10. Yeah.
Really good feature. So talk a little bit about that, Margaret.
So the top 10 things to know are the 10 most important things for you to know about the happenings on the mountain, news of the day, but it's only being rotated out on a need-to-know basis. So right now, the top 10 include the winter event guide, which we hear quite frequently that people want to see the digital version, so that's there. Conversation about the Cochise restoration plans. That includes our video with Chad Getz. That includes the presentation deck, as well as our frequently asked questions. All three of those are there right now. And our current board election information, the slate and the candidates, that's there. So those are some of the top things happening on the mountain right now. So rather than getting through all of the articles that we do present, which there are a lot of Mountain Minute articles, Turf Talk, those still exist and they're still being added into the website and you still can find them also on the app. But these are the 10 that are the most critical pieces of information on the mountain right now.
The things you don't want to miss, and they do get missed sometimes with how quickly we are communicating a Mountain Minute twice a week. Mm-hmm. You might have, scrolled through, but you really want to now go back and study it. The top 10 things to know is your one-stop shop with all of these items. So definitely check it out. And guess what? I got one request today for a new article for the top 10 things to know.
Ooh.
So we're going to take a look at that. I can sneak preview it, but it has to do with construction and just an update of all the different construction projects. It's a pretty neat report that Todd Bruin put together.
Ooh.
So
this is news to me too.
I know. Breaking
news for us all.
Good stuff.
I love it.
I know. So top 10 you'll want to check out. And should we talk a little about what's happening with the Mountain Minute? I mean, this is a big deal.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But with the top 10,
yes,
in Tuesdays, as we evolve with the top 10, the Tuesday Mountain Minute will call out when there's something new rotating into the top 10. And then we'll link you directly to the website so that you can see that new article, if there is one, like the construction update. Mm-hmm. I will call that out in the Mountain Minute, as well as having the other ones existing with it.
And it's not intended to be something that changes all the time, right? It's going to sit there for a while. That's the entire point of it. So so give it a look, and maybe you've seen it already because you've read it in the Mountain Minute, or you want to spend more time referencing. Fantastic. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. And with that, the Mountain Minute. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What's happening? I know it. So we're watching our analytics. We're looking at the data. We're seeing where our members' eyes and fingers are going on their phones. And it's video. Our members are really enjoying video. And so we are following your lead and looking at ways to evolve our Mountain Minute. And what are we in for?
So Tuesdays are going to stay relatively the same. There will be the top 10, call out what's new, any of the things that we think that maybe you want to put your eyes on again. Mm-hmm. Same with events, call outs for other items. Tuesday is going to be relatively what you know and love and see right now. Thursdays will be more of our Mountain Minute TV.
What?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this.
This is good.
Yeah, so it will be it's a video piece on some of the need to know things as well. The podcast, a little teaser will be in there for our podcast, as well as if there's the Water Minute, we'll add that in there, but it'll be a nice simplified short version of the Mountain Minute in video form.
Something you can watch, something you can listen to, easy to take in and pique your interest. You know there's more information there to go to.
Yeah.
So tying all this together, but using video in a much more engaging and interactive way. So we're excited about this, and we did put a little teaser out there this week about it. So we're getting close to introducing this to our members. Very exciting.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. I know the Mountain Minute can be lengthy sometimes.
Yeah.
And
more than a minute.
More than a minute, maybe 2.5, 3 minutes. But there's so much great information. And I know that we have dedicated readers, but we also have dedicated viewers who love to see. I mean, there's some beautiful video shots that the Craven social team is getting and our members.
Right.
We love to share that, but sometimes the Mountain Minute can feel limiting with that. This gives us the opportunity to showcase more of what's happening around the mountain in the video form, and you get to see why you love being here and why we love working here.
So true. I mean, look at the view. No shortage of things to show.
Oh yeah. And the Friday Jam is still existing as is.
Yes.
So don't worry.
Right.
It's not going anywhere.
No, it is not. We're still going to be jamming on that.
Yes.
So the other piece I wanted to mention while we have time is our Cochise Restoration Project, and some of the things that you'll see will be some newspapers. We're producing a series of articles. You definitely read up on the top 10. You'll see the presentation. You'll watch the Chad Getz video. But we're following questions that have come up, additional feedback in terms of maybe discussions that are occurring member to member, and wanting to help share factual information about the restoration itself, other projects in the pipeline, as well as why certain changes can't just be done versus a full restoration. So we have these materials. You'll look forward to seeing them in print form, because it's kind of nice. We love the digital stuff, Margaret.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all good.
Yes.
But sometimes we just want to pick something up and flip through it. So look forward to seeing these at the Sonoran Clubhouse and the Cochise Geronimo Clubhouse as well. We may have a few editions of that, but this project is really important. I think Damon just mentioned in our membership committee meeting, there were 5 or 6 breaks just last week alone on the irrigation. And it's just time. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done to get that irrigation system up and running in a proper way. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But certainly be versed in what is occurring and what the plans are, and feel comfort in knowing that the feedback that was provided again to us during these informational feedback sessions were indeed applied to the final plan. So we're grateful, and we want to help inform and guide our members as we get closer and closer to making this final decision on the Cochise restoration.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is exciting.
I know it.
I can't wait to see it disperse.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What else on the website? Anything else?
I think the last thing that we want to talk about is updates to your profile.
Okay.
Your contact information. We're having a little bit of a problem on the back end as far as making sure that your contact information is up to date.
Yes.
And that when you want to receive communications, whether it's email or phone calls, that we have all the correct information for you. So rather than going in and editing your profile on the member website or within the app, we've made it even simpler. There is one form. I will put it in the Mountain Minute today, Thursday. And it's also within the member profile. When you go to your member profile up at the top, it says update my profile, and it'll bring you to a form. You just fill out the top information of who you are, your member number. It should auto-populate. We love an auto-population.
Love it.
And then anything you need to update, like your mailing address, or if you need to change your phone number. I know a lot of members have emailed our communications and asked to update their email for them so that they can get the Mountain Minute or the Friday Jam or any of our other club emails. Instead of emailing us or going to your profile and updating it, you just put it on this form and our team will get it and change it into the proper channels so that you don't have to do more than that.
That's so helpful. And it's time to do a little bit of a scrub on the database there.
Little spring cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you, members, for helping us with that so that we're current and know where to email you or send anything in the mail if we'd like to do that. So very good.
And that's what I've got.
All right. Well, the email for contacting the communications department, you can just reply to any Mountain Minute that you receive with any feedback that you have or questions that you have about the website. It is an evolving piece. We always want it to be relevant for your use and simple. We know it can't be the tool for every need and every want necessarily, even from our own team's perspective. We could all have our own tab on the top, but then we'd have 30 tabs up there. So we know we have to do a little bit of organizing, but we're definitely open, and we are very grateful to have your feedback and glad to provide an updated experience for our members on the web.
Absolutely.
Very good.
I want you to find the information that you're looking for.
We will find it.
And I will help you if you need that help.
Absolutely. Well, Margaret, thank you. For those who don't know, you will no longer be a former news person at some point because you're going to be at the club for a long, long, long time.
This is still news.
It is absolutely news. So Margaret, we stole her from Channel 3 News, plucked her right out of the active newsroom because I think talking about, all the wonderful things that we get to communicate about maybe is a little bit cooler than some of the news stories that maybe you had to dabble with.
Absolutely.
And so here we are.
And I'm thrilled to be here. Almost 1 year. I'm very excited.
Yay.
And this has been a dream come true for me. Excuse me. Sorry. The thing is you look outside and you see how beautiful this is. And this is just a community unlike any other. And getting to give that news and that feedback, those Mountain Minutes, that's my pride and joy. And I want to do the best for our members and make sure that they're getting all the information that they need and deserve and just be updated all the time.
You're the best.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Oh, my goodness, the love.
Oh, man.
Well, we've got Craven Boys making us look good, too. Patrick's laughing at us right now behind the iPad. He's nodding his head back and forth. But we're gonna sign off for now and look forward to hearing from you, members. Thank you so much for your feedback. And I think Patrick's going to help us with shots around the mountain next, right?
Some great shots this week.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kim and Margaret. There's 3 shots to get to this week and recognize, so let's get to them. Anita Solich, Friday, February 10th, a hole-in-one on number 1 at number 7. Dave Mingo, Sunday, February 12th, a hole-in-one on number 4 at Outlaw. And to round it out, Jim Bowe, Wednesday, February 15th, an eagle on number 9 at Geronimo. Great to see some great shots this week, members. We look forward to seeing more of them next week. Kim, Margaret, back to you.
Thank you, members, for a wonderful week here on the mountain and for joining us for another episode of the Desert Mountain Podcast. Until next time.
Until next time.
Thank you, members.